The definition of unincluded is to be excluded from the included. Over the years, I noticed that the kids in the neighborhood had nothing to do and the smaller kids tended to follow behind the older kids. And I said, somebody has to do something because that was just leading to alternative school and juvenile detention. So I set out and bought basketball goals for the kids, basketballs, footballs, jump ropes, anything I could do to keep the smaller kids occupied so they wouldn't have to follow behind the older kids. And as I sat in my yard, I looked out and I noticed everybody want to be included. That's in our DNA as humans. We want to belong. We are social beings. We want to be identified with some group of cause. And if you heard these old sayings, if you lay down with dogs, you will get up with fleas. These old sayings are true. We're known by the company we keep. And that's how I came up with the unincluded. Now, the word unincluded by itself might seem like it could be a negative word. Anytime you put un in front of a word, it tends to make it negative, like unfriendly, unkind, unwanted, unwelcome. But the only thing we unincluded from is negativity, illiteracy, drugs, teen pregnancy, obesity. And that's the goal of the Unincluded Club, is to create a world where peaceful solutions are sought between man, woman, and child. There's no great investment than investing in our youth. They are our future. We want well-educated young men and women to be able to compete globally in math, science, and technology. Unincluded from drugs and alcohol, we want to bring in counselors and people who can educate them about the effects of drugs and alcohol. Unincluded from childhood obesity, we want to get the kids active and up and moving. We have 5 empowerment words we use with the kids, and we use that on a regular basis. One of our first words is potential. And each kid needs to know that they have the potential to become anybody they want to be, a doctor, a lawyer, a scientist, or an astronaut, a teacher, or maybe even one day the president. Our second empowerment word we use is achieve. We tell the kids if they study hard and listen to their parents, they can achieve. And our third word we use is self-control. We tell them who controls self. Our fourth word we use is grateful. We want all our kids to be thankful and grateful. And our fifth word is commitment. If you stay dedicated and committed, you can achieve excellence. Our logo is a heart with a latch attached to it with a lock. And the lock has no keyhole. And I tell a kid, compare this lock to your brain. Nobody has a key to this lock. It's unpickable. We started the school year with 54 kids on our active roster. And out of that 54 kids, over 80% of them have a non-father in the household. We have limited funding, and that's what I tell people. It's not about how much money you have available to that group. It's about opportunities. Like Miss Ruby Bowen with the Young Eagle program. She invited us to Skylark Airport, where we took a group of kids up. The pilots had their own private planes, took the kids up. Some of the kids actually got to fly the plane, and that's what we do. We want to keep our kids dreaming and let them know it's a big, beautiful world out there, and not only most of the kids only know what's going on in their community. And we expose the kids to different activities, and we want to keep them dreaming. Negativity is not an option.